So we just watched a thrilling game between the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets, game two of the NBA Finals, coming down to a 3-point win for the Miami Heat. So how did the Miami Heat steal this game in Denver under altitude? We're going to break down the film on the stretch that won the Heat the game. They came into the fourth quarter down 8 points, and with a little help for the Denver Nuggets, end up stealing the game. So let's get into the film and break it down, and we're going to start right at the top of the fourth quarter. So at the top of the fourth, here we go. Miami's bringing the ball up. Bam Adebayo. And they run a couple passing actions here to get it into Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, they're going to run a little bit of screen action to try and get Duncan Robinson free. It doesn't work. Duncan Robinson again coming off the curl. Gets out to Gabe Vincent here. Bam. That's a screen, but an illegal screen. Gabe drives, kicks out to Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry catches. Now, Denver's in pretty good defensive position. They kick it out. And 6 seconds on the clock, Jamal Murray closing out on Duncan Robinson, 30 feet from the hoop. And Jamal Murray decides to just fly by with a jump. Duncan Robinson calmly steps in, nails a three, and Miami starts quick and gets right on the board. First possession of the game. Now, what does Denver do? Denver comes down. They run into Jeff Green. Jeff Green gets fouled by Kyle Lowry, and that's 2 free throws for him. Skipping ahead, after those 2 free throws, Miami brings the ball up. Here you're going to see they throw it in the Bam at the top. And watch down here as Duncan Robinson and Kyle Lowry try to scoop free with the screening action. Doesn't work. Gabe Vincent comes around the screen for this DHO and goes down and sets the screen for Kyle Lowry. You see Christian Braun now. It's a little bit too low. Gets around the screen to Kyle Lowry. Bam cuts and sets the screen. Rolls into Christian Braun. Gets that switch. And now this is important because you'll see it in the next couple plays. They run the same action to get this switch on the Bam. So Bam's in the post here. Gabe tries to feed Bam in the post. Great work by Christian. Knocks it out. But ensuing inbounds, Gabe Vincent tosses it into Bam at the top. Bam's going to catch. And here we go. We get Duncan Robinson screening. Gabe Vincent comes around, gets the ball. Pump fake. Oh, and boom, they get the switch again. Jeff Green switches out to Gabe Vincent. Christian Brown switches on to Bam. Bam seals him in the post. And Jamal Murray just gets blown by Duncan Robinson here and then fouls him from behind. And this is the start of Denver's mistakes. Denver, not only were they breaking down defensively, giving easy, like this is 2 mistakes by Jamal Murray in a row now, but then compounding them with fouls. And this was consistent throughout the fourth quarter in where Miami made this push. So here we're going to see the foul. Just hits him on the back of the head. Again, soft call, but, that's a foul. And anyway, now Duncan goes and misses the free throw. Kyle Lowry ends up flopping. They end up getting the ball back. Bam gets the entry. Here we go. Duncan Robinson zoots out. They switch. They get the same switch going. And now Duncan Robinson just pulls up for 3. That's a tough shot. He makes it. But just in that one session, just because that extra foul, you give up an extra 3. And there we go. Miami gets 5 points out of possession. That should have been 2 and dead. And Denver calls timeout. It's a 2-point game. So now coming out of the timeout, Miami extending their defense. And they come out in what appears to be a bit of a zone. They're in a 1-3-1, I think, or a diamond 1. But basically, they're zoned up, and this is usually what they do coming out of timeout, kind of throw you off. And Denver cannot figure out a way to get Jokic the ball in the middle. They're trying to run a couple of their quick actions. Nothing happens. They run down the entire shot clock. Jamal Murray puts up a shot. It gets blocked. It ends up going out of bounds. And they have point 1. 24-second violation caused by Miami. Great defense, great scramble there. Now, Miami brings the ball back up the court the next possession. You see Gabe Vincent bring it down, and they're going to set up similar action, throw it up to Bam up top. Now, Gabe Vincent's going to set a screen for Duncan Robinson, and this is the next 3 plays run like this. Now, Bruce Brown and Christian Braun can't decide what they want to do here. They both go with Duncan Robinson. Gabe Vincent 1 pass away, easy 3. Miami now takes their first lead of the game. So, well, Denver, you just had a turnover. What do? Jokic brings the ball down, says, all right, let's get something set. Attack the zone. They set a screen, go into Jamal Murray, and let's go back and just look at the screen that's set by Jeff Green. Clearly moving screen called. Again, tough call, but it's the right call. And another turnover for Denver. So now 2 possessions in a row, 2 turnovers, and you've already messed up a couple possessions in a row. Just easy defensive assignments that you're screwing up. 3 screw-ups on defense. Gave away some extra points with the fouling. And, well, here comes Miami again. So now they set it up again. Bam at the top of the key. Gabe Vincent is going to set the same screen for Duncan Robinson. This time, Bruce Brown is not going to go with Duncan Robinson. And it leads to an open cut. Again, just not figuring out what they want to do defensively there with Duncan Robinson on that simple curl. And another timeout. Again, Denver has not taken they've taken 1 shot, and that was during a shot clock violation, didn't touch rim. So Denver not getting anything out of these possessions. Now we come out of the timeout. Here we have Denver again. The Heat come out in zone, and they quickly switch up. And this one's tough. So we're going to watch the replay. Jokic calls for an offense foul. Again, Denver unable to get a shot, another turnover. This one's a little tough because when you look at the replay, Gabe Vincent just trips over Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and falls. You could say it's a moving screen if you wish. In any case, a turnover, it's tough. Again, Denver gets nothing, and Miami gets another possession with no Denver here, and then Jokic just slaps Bam. Again, a little bit over aggressive. They're getting a little frustrated. They're not getting anything out of every play. And this foul puts Miami in L bonus. So they come in and they inbound into Bam. And now this is, again, they're in the bonus. Gabe Vincent feels that hand and flops hard. Now, we can watch the replay on this. Again, Miami's in the bonus. Gabe Vincent knows they're in the bonus. Davis Caldwell-Pope coming around this screen. Watch this replay. Sticks his hand in, and Gabe Vincent flops. Is it a flop? Of course it is. Did Gabe Vincent get his hand caught in there in the middle there? Yes, it's contact. Not a shooting foul, but because it's the bonus, they're going to get 2 free throws. And again, another conversion. Now we've seen Denver turn it over on 3 straight possessions and then foul in any position where Miami's not getting an easy basket, like easy lane, easy open shot. Denver's fouling. And in all of this, now you see Miami open up a 90-85 lead. Now we go. Denver's next possession up. Jokic brings the ball up, throws it up ahead. Again, Jokic gets into the middle, draws a foul. Quick action to attack the zone while it's still in motion, while it's still getting set. Next play down. Are they finally going to be able to feed Jokic? He gets into the middle. Bam. They set a nice little screen here. Get it to Jokic. Jokic makes a great play. He's able to fling into the middle, draw the foul, get 2 points. Well, Miami's going to come down the next time down. Set up Bam in the middle. They're going to run this action for Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's going to reverse. Empty corner pick and roll. Bam. Hits a tough mid-range jump shot at the free throw line. That's just good shot making. But again, Miami has gone, starting this quarter, down 83 to 75, is now up 92 to 87. Just a complete shift of pace in 3.5 minutes. So now Denver is chasing the rest of this quarter. Now, they were able to get some free throws out of the last possession. Here we go. We're going to run again. Bruce Brown trying to feed Jokic. Again, Miami doing a great job denying the middle. Bruce Brown, tough layup attempt, doesn't work. Miami able to get the rebound, good defense, and now they bring it back up. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit, a couple minutes, and they've gone back and forth, a couple baskets. Jokic had a little basket, Jamal Murray with a tough layup. And this is the section here where Miami finally puts this game away and extends their lead and gives himself enough of a cushion to survive Denver's late game flurry. As you can see, Kyle Lowry's going to bring the ball up here. Pretty simple stuff, and they're going to throw it into Bam at the top as they've done. Again, Duncan screens, comes across in DHO, Bam rejects it, throws out to Kyle Lowry. Now they set up on this side, and this is, again, where Denver's mistakes start compounding. They run a pick and roll, Bam out to the corner, Jimmy beats the closeout, and Aaron Gordon needlessly fouls from behind. Now, question is this a foul? Is it not? You can take a quick little look at it. Again, Jimmy Butler, great at initiating contact, stops, feels the brush, exaggerates it, makes the basket, and again, it's just another position where Denver, yeah, it's a tight whistle, but do you really need to close out on Jimmy that hard? She hit one on the other side, not necessary, but again, give up an extra point, 98-91. And Denver trades baskets. They're down 1 in that exchange. So here we go. Bam again at the top. And they're going to find Duncan in the corner. Duncan's going to come across, get the Bam screen, send it out to Kyle. Now, this is another terrible foul. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, a 3-point foul for no reason. For no reason. And we can skip ahead here. And again, you just gave an extra point the possession before. And now you are once again giving up just needless. Like, you've already shut down most of what their defense wants to do. Kyle Lowry's launching a 3 with 5 seconds left on the clock. And you jump into his landing space. There's no need for that. That's just poor attention to detail there by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who should know better. And after Kyle hits his final free throw, how does Denver come out of this timeout that they've called? How are they going to that? So the Heat, again, extend their defense, take as much time off the clock as they can, a little half-court trap. And now Denver finally gets it to Jokic with 14 on the clock in the middle of the floor. Aaron Gordon has a bit of a reverse seal, not able to get it, Bam, and it's a turnover. Again, And this is just Bam dropping fast enough to take away that early pass. Again, Jokic sees Michael Porter Jr. kind of fading. MPJ doesn't fade all the way, and Jokic throws a bad pass. Turnover. You just came out of a timeout. You just gave him a 3-point foul after giving an and one the possession before, and you get a turnover. And this is where Miami finally puts it away on this possession here. Get it into Bam. Gonna run some action on this side of the ball. Bam gets it to Duncan. Duncan to Kyle. Again, Denver's done a good job. Iced out most of the actions here. Bam sets the screen. Kyle takes it, finds, and this is just poor from Jokic again. Watch Jokic here. Just gets completely lost. Again, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope gets hung by the screen. Jokic stays high. Kyle Lowry's not really a shooting threat, so you don't really need to do this. And poor effort here to try and steal the ball in that bounce pass range. MPJ is reacting way too late here. Bam has a clear lane, and then MPJ decides to foul on top of the open lane you've already given. Add on the foul and one, and Miami puts this game away. 104-93, 11-point lead with 5 minutes remaining. Now, Denver would go on to have some elite shot making from Jamal Murray to make this a close game and end up only losing the game by 3. Again, you're playing in Denver. It's going to get tough down the stretch, but it was this stretch of game to start the fourth quarter from the 12-minute mark to the 5-minute mark where you just had these two stretches in which Denver lost their focus, turned the ball over, did not even get shot attempts up, and then defensively just like brainless mistakes. Simple mistakes that, like, when you show the tape back, I know that they're kicking themselves for those mistakes because it's like easy blow-bys turning into and ones for no reason. Just fake hustle plays that turn into fouls. You're giving them free throws, putting them in the bonus early for no reason. And it's mounting frustration from the turnovers. And you got to credit the Heat. At the end of the day, in the finals, the team that wins is the team that's able to execute better and team that pays attention to the details. Denver may have all the talent in the world in this series and may have the talent advantage, but Miami came with force and came prepared with their details to steal this game in Denver, which they had no business. Denver had done a great job of building a lead going into the fourth quarter, but combining Denver's mistakes, Miami's aggression, and their focus to details, they were able to steal this game with those two key stretches in the fourth quarter. And there you go, 1-1 series. We have ourselves a finals, baby. If you want to see more content like this, hit like, hit subscribe. I'd love to make more for you. Thanks.